Oh, we are certainly thinking of everybody down there right now. All right, by now you've probably certainly heard the news. President Trump today formally declared Jerusalem the capital of Israel and set the wheels in motion to move the U.S. embassy there from Tel Aviv. Now, this move, of course, is incredibly controversial. No other country actually has their embassy in Jerusalem, and it sparked reaction around the world and here locally. Tonight, we spoke to a Sacramento human rights lawyer who is a citizen of Israel, and it turns out opposed to this decision, about what this means and why some now fear it could destabilize the region. Following this announcement from the president,
today we finally acknowledge the obvious, that Jerusalem is Israel's capital.
Much of the Arab world erupted. Egypt's president saying the move could undermine peace opportunities. Jordan's King Abdullah saying it would provoke Muslim and Christians alike. And Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas calling it unacceptable. Various Palestinian factions even took to the streets, burning American flags and posters of President Trump and calling for 3 days of rage. To understand this outrage, we sat down with David Mandel, a human rights attorney and active member of Jewish Voices for Peace, at his home in downtown Sacramento.
So could you say that this is a slap in the face to the Arab world?
That's how it's seen by most of the Arab world, by the Muslim world as well, because Jerusalem is not only a city with people living in it, but it's this symbolic holy city. And so the whole Muslim world is inflamed because of this.
Jews, Christians, and Muslims all consider Jerusalem to be sacred ground. In addition, Palestinians view East Jerusalem, where there's an Arab majority, as the capital of any future Palestinian state. That is why this move is so controversial.
It's pouring gasoline on what's already a smoldering, at very least, and sometimes bursting into flames situation.
You're Jewish and you are also an Israeli citizen. Some might say, oh, you just expect that every Israeli would be for this, but you're saying that's not the case, that many, including yourself, are concerned.
But I think that there's certainly a segment of Israelis who favor it. They want the symbolism. They'll take whatever support they can get, and they see this on that narrow level. And there are others like me who clearly oppose it, both on principle because it's the wrong thing to do, and also because it's potentially dangerous and inflammatory.
Disagrees with that. He says he is committed to working towards a peace agreement in the region. He is even deploying Vice President Pence there in the coming days. But the protests and those days of rage have prompted a travel warning for U.S. personnel and for Americans visiting Jerusalem. They are told to avoid large crowds. And as far as what's going on locally, Sacramento Palestinian groups tell us they are planning an emergency rally that will take place this Saturday.